So good morning to everyone. So we're in the discussion of AC bridges. So in previous class we discussed about measurement of capacitance with the help of shearing bridge, and we have seen some numerical and problems related to shearing bridge. Okay. So in today's class we will see the concept measurement of frequency by Wien's bridge. If time permits, we will discuss about Wagner's earth device. So if there is no time, we will conclude the thing with Wien's bridge. So this is the speculation. If we see the present slide, this is the speculation we are discussing about classification of AC bridges with respect to the concept of measuring needs. So measurement of self-inductance is done with respect to Maxwell's bridge. Maxwell's bridge are various types like Maxwell's inductance bridge, Maxwell's inductance capacitance bridges. So in our syllabus, we discussed about Maxwell's inductance bridge, measurement of self-inductance with respect to Hayes bridge, and measurement of self-inductance with Anderson's bridge, and capacitance also in measurement of capacitance with respect to de-Sautis bridge and shearing bridge we discussed about. So measurement of frequency is done with respect to Wien's bridge. So this is the table which we need to recall each and every time. That means what is the parameter we are measuring and what is the bridge it is which is supposed to which we supposed to measure. That is very necessary. So in today's class we are going to discuss about Wien's bridge. Wien's bridge. The main objective of Wien's bridge is to measure frequency. The main objective of Wien's bridge is to measure frequency. So how can we measure a frequency with the help of Wien's bridge? Means here the objective of Wien's bridge is to measure unknown frequency. Unknown frequency. That means at a specific range. That too we will measure frequency at a specific range. That at up to a range of 100 megahertz to 100 kilohertz. That to a specific range. So the accuracy, when whatever it may be the bridge we are discussing about, let us say Maxwell's self-inductance, measurement of self-inductance with respect to Maxwell's bridge. Okay, so Maxwell's bridge will measure about self-inductance up to low quality factor, but Hayes bridge will measure self-inductance at a higher quality factor than the Maxwell's bridge. Anderson's bridge will measure self-inductance at wider range of quality factors. So that means here accuracy speaks at very instant, But here when we are measuring the frequency at a specific time period, okay, at a specific frequency from 100 hertz to 100 kilohertz, so we need to be accurate. Okay, so the bridge is used for various. There are various applications also. We can use Wien's bridge like capacitance measurement, harmonic distortion, and high frequency oscillator and all. But if we see the construction perspective of Wien's bridge, see the first branch. The bridge is consisting of four arms. The bridge is consisting of four arms. See here, the first arm is having a resistance in series with respect to a capacitor. Okay, and if we see the current distribution here, supply EMF is capital E, and I is the current flowing through the circuit line. After reaching the point A, the current is split into two instants. One is I2, and second one is I1. And second one is I1. I1 is the current flowing here, and I2 is the current flowing here. Okay, that means I1 is the current flowing through this particular path. Sorry, I1 is the current flowing through this particular path, and I2 is the current flowing through this particular path. Okay, through this particular path, and voltage drop is represented with respect to V1. V1 is the voltage drop here, and V3 is the voltage drop at this particular branch. Here, what we need to see means, one second. Here what we need to see is here resistance R3 and R4 both are see here third path and fourth path. B to C is the third path, and C to D is nothing but fourth path. Here resistance R3 is nothing but here B to C path is having resistance R3, and it is a pure resistance path. And C to D is having R4. It is also a pure resistance path. That means here whatever it may be the bridge, so whatever it may be the concept of Wien's bridge we are discussing about, from D, we have to use only pure resistance branches from B to C and C to D. Okay, and A to D we are having a resistance in parallel with respect to a capacitor. Okay, resistance in parallel with respect to a capacitor C1, and A to B is having a resistor in parallel with respect to in series with respect to a capacitor, and in between A to D and in between A to B and A to D, here we have a mechanical coupling. Resistance R2 and resistance R1 is having a mechanical coupling. Okay, see here, this is the mechanical coupling. The mechanical coupling is connected in between R1 and R2. Simple, Wien's bridge construction is simple. Likewise, the other bridges, this is also having four particular parts. These four particular parts, B to C and C to D is nothing but pure resistance paths. Okay, B to C and C to D is nothing but pure resistance paths. Okay, and from A to B, we have a resistor in series to a capacitor, and A to D we have a resistor in parallel to a capacitor. Resistor in parallel to a capacitor. So that's what happening here. Okay, and then additionally what we have means here we have a mechanical coupling which is connected in between R1 and R2. Okay, so the voltage drop from A to B is represented with respect to V1, and voltage drop from C to D is represented with respect to V2, and voltage drop from D to is represented with respect to V4, and voltage drop from B to C is represented with respect to V3. Okay, that means here the main objective is to measure frequency up to a particular range from 100 Hz to 100 kilohertz. Other than frequency, it can also be used to measure capacitance also. Capacitance also. So most important thing what we need to keep in mind is Wien's bridge is quite frequency sensitive. Frequency sensitive. That means whenever the bridge is in a balanced condition, whenever the bridge is in a balanced condition, if the input supply is not pure sinusoidal, there used to be so many harmonics. That means the chance of creating harmonics in the bridge is possible when the supply voltage is not pure AC or not pure sinusoidal. Okay, so at this particular instant, when there is a chance of occurring harmonics inside the bridge, that creates certain amount of distortion, and we need an additional configuration like filters and all. So if we do the analysis part, so how, if we see the bridge balanced condition and all, so how can we say the bridge is in a balanced condition? We can say the bridge is in a balanced condition. ఎప్పుడు చెప్తామండి the bridge is in a balanced condition అని? If voltage drop V1 is equal to V2 and voltage drop V3 is equal to V4, at that particular instant we can clearly say the bridge is in a balanced condition. Bridge is in a balanced condition. And additional thing what we need to what we can see means, see here, the voltage drop across B to C, that is V3, that is equal to V4. That means what is the voltage drop from B to C? That is I1 into R3. That should be equal to I2 into R4. Okay, I2 into R4. That means the total voltage drop which we are talking across the branches, okay, so this occurs when it is in a balanced condition. అంతే కదండి, బ్రిడ్జ్ బ్యాలెన్స్ అయింది అనుకుందామండి. ఇప్పుడు వీఆర్ డిస్కసింగ్ ద కాన్సెప్ట్ ఆఫ్ వీన్స్ బ్రిడ్జ్ ఇన్ ద మెజర్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ అండి. బ్రిడ్జ్ ఎప్పుడు బ్యాలెన్స్ అవుతుందండి? టోటల్ కరెంట్స్ ఫ్లోయింగ్ I1 ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు I2, I3 ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు I4. దట్ ఈస్ ద ఫస్ట్ ఇన్స్టెంట్. అండ్ సెకండ్ ఇన్స్టెంట్లో బ్రిడ్జెస్ ఎలా బ్యాలెన్స్, బ్రిడ్జ్ బ్యాలెన్స్ అయినప్పుడు ఏం అబ్జర్వ్ చేయొచ్చండి మనం? బ్రిడ్జ్ బ్యాలెన్స్ అయినప్పుడు ఈ నల్ డిటెక్టర్లో నల్ డిఫ్లెక్షన్, జీరో డిఫ్లెక్షన్ ఉంటుంది, ఇది డిఫ్లెక్ట్ కాదు. బ్రిడ్జ్ బ్యాలెన్స్ అయినప్పుడు టోటల్ కరెంట్స్ ఫ్లో ఈక్వల్ అవుతాయి. I1 ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు I2, I3 ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు I4 అవుతుంది. అండ్ సెకండ్ థింగ్ ఏంటంటే వోల్టేజ్ డ్రాప్స్ విల్ బి ఈక్వల్. దట్ మీన్స్ V1 వోల్టేజ్ డ్రాప్ అంటే voltage drop from A to B is equal to voltage drop from A to D. V1 is equal to V2, and voltage drop from B to C, that is V3, is equal to voltage drop from C to D, that is V4. That voltage drop will be equal. So this is what happening here. If we go to the numerical mathematical analysis, ఈ analysis అర్థమైందంటే theoretical analysis అర్థమైందండి. So if you have any doubt with this theoretical analysis, just let me know in the chat. We'll discuss again. So measurement of frequency, we're discussing the concept of Green's bridge. We have to do the numerical analysis. If we see here, this is the instant where we had a mechanical coupling. A mechanical coupling is connected in between these particular branches. Okay, and this path is nothing but A. This point is A. Sorry, this point is A. This point is B. This point is C. This point is D. Okay, so the current flowing here, it is capital I. Okay, and after current entered at this particular point A, it is splitted into two paths. అంతే కదండి, కరెంట్ ఇక్కడ ఈ పాయింట్ ఏ ఎంటర్ అయిన తర్వాత ఏమైంది, టూ పార్ట్స్ కింద స్ప్లిట్ అయిపోయిందండి. ఫస్ట్ కరెంట్ ఏంటండి, I1 అండి. సెకండ్ పాత్లో ఎంటర్ అయిన కరెంట్ ఏంటండి, I2 అండి. ఓకేనండి, I1 and I2. Okay, so if we discuss, previously we already discussed this thing. So second path and fourth path, ఈ రెండు ఏంటండి, ప్యూర్ రెసిస్టెన్స్ పాత్స్. A to B and B to C are pure resistance paths, and A to D is we are having a resistor in series with respect to capacitor, and here we are having a resistor in parallel with respect to capacitor. Okay, here we have mechanical coupling. So this is about the concept of Wien's bridge. That means here we are measuring frequency with the help of an unknown capacitor. The main objective of Wien's bridge is to measure frequency. It's a primary objective. How we are measuring frequency means with the help of certain capacitance. So if we calculate the terms here, okay, so if we see the impedance of the individual branches, the first impedance of the individual branch is R1 minus 1 by j omega C1. Okay, R1 divided by 1 by j omega C1, and R2, what is the value of Y3? Y3 is nothing but impedance here. So why we are having the term Y3 means Y3 in the sense 1 by Z3. We rewrite the expression of Z3 in the terms of 1 by Y3. So admittance is equal to 1 by R3 plus j omega C3. Okay, so if we see the bridge balance expression, what is the bridge balance expression? General bridge balance expression ఏంటండి, general bridge balance expression is Z1 Z4 that is equal to Z2 Z3. This is the general bridge balance expression. So from this bridge balance expression, what we can say, the bridge is in a balanced condition. Okay, the impedance Z1 Z4 that is equal to Z2 Z3. What is the value of Z1? We know the value of Z1. We know the value of Z3. What is the value of Z2? Z2 in the sense R2. What the value of Z2 is equal to R2. What is the value of Z4? Z4 is nothing but Z2 is equal to R2 and Z4 is equal to R4. Z4 is nothing but R4. Okay, so if we see the parameters here, Z1 Z4 that is equal to Z2 Z3. What is the value of Z3? Z3 is nothing but 1 by Y3. Okay, so if we rewrite the entire expression in the terms of Z2 is equal to Z1 Z4 is equal to Z1 Z4 Z2 is equal to Z1 Z4 Y3. Okay, so if we go to the next parameter, if we substitute the values one by one, what will be the expression? What is the value of Z2? Z2 is nothing but R2 that is equal to R1. What is the value of Z1? Z1 is nothing but r1 minus j by omega c1, that is equal to r1 minus j by omega c1 into what is the value of z4. Z4 value is nothing but r4 into what is the value of y3, 1 by r3 plus j omega c3. Okay, this is the terms here. This is the terms we substituted the terms. Okay, if we simplify further, okay, that means this is our expression of bridge balance. Z2 is equal to Z1 Z4 Y3. If we substitute the values in the expression, that is R2 into R2 is equal to R1 minus j by omega C1 into R4 into 1 by R3 plus j omega C3. So if we simplify further, that means if we expand the expression, what will happen? If we expand the expression, this R4 will be divided by R1. Okay, R1 R4 divided by R3. Okay, R1 R, one second, R1 R4 divided by R3 plus j omega R1 R4 R3. Okay, minus j R4 divided by omega 1 R3 plus R4 R3 into C1. So this is the expression of R2. If we rewrite this entire expression, in the form of A minus J into B. That means in the form of an real and imaginary expression. We have to take the all real terms aside. Real terms and ఒక సైడ్ తీసుకెళ్ళాం అనుకోండి, ఏమవుతుందండి? R1 R4 into R3 plus, okay, so this is one real term we got, and this is one real term we got. If we take that real terms aside, that is R1 R4 divided by R3 plus R4 C3 divided by C1 minus J into R4 divided by omega C1 R3 minus omega C3 R1 R4. Okay, so that means we have taken real terms aside and imaginary terms aside. If we simplify further, if we simplify these parameters further, and if we take the real terms aside and imaginary terms, what are the real terms we got here? So if real terms only, that is R2 is equal to R1 R4 into R3 plus R4 C3 divided by C1. So this is the real term we got. This is the real term and this is the imaginary term. Okay నండి. సో ఈ రియల్ టర్మ్ నుంచి మనం స్ప్లిట్ చేసాం అనుకోండి, ఏం జరుగుతుంది చూడండి ఇక్కడ. So that is R2 is equal to R1 R4 divided by R3 plus R4 C3 divided by C1. Okay, so from this expression, if you again simplify this, what will be the expression we got? That is R2 divided by R4 is equal to R1 divided by R3 plus C3 divided by C1. So this is the real term expression. If we go to the next step, if we equalize the imaginary terms, what is the imaginary terms we got? This is the imaginary term, that is R4 divided by omega C1 R3 minus omega C3 R1 R4. This is the imaginary term we got. If we equate ఆ imaginary term equate చేస్తే ఏం జరుగుతుంది చూడండి. Omega C3 R1 R4 is equal to R4 divided by omega C1 R3. If we clarify further, ఏం జరుగుతుందండి? ఈ డినామినేటర్ ఇటు సైడ్ తీసుకెళ్ళాం అనుకోండి, ఏమవుతుందండి? ఒమేగా స్క్వేర్, okay, and this R4 will get cancelled. This R4 will get cancelled. Okay, what will happen? Omega square is equal to 1 by C1 C3 R1 R3. This is the term we got. So here, if we take this omega square in the term of omega, that is equal to 1 by square root of C1 C3 R1 R3. What is the value of omega? Omega is nothing but generally 2 pi f, 2 into pi into f. So if we substitute that value there, we substitute that value there, that is omega is nothing but 2 pi f. 2 pi f is equal to 1 by square root of C1 C3 into R1 R3. And frequency, so from that how can we define frequency? Frequency f is equal to 1 by 2 pi into square root of C1 C3 into R1 R3. So this is our final expression. This is our final expression of measuring frequency. This is our final expression of measuring frequency. Okay, I will explain again, just please stay focused. So main object of Wien's bridge ఏంటండి? To measure frequency అండి, to measure frequency. సో ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ రేంజ్ ఎక్కడి వరకు అండి? 100 హెడ్స్ నుంచి 100 కిలో హెడ్స్ వరకు మనం ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీని ఇక్కడ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయొచ్చు. ఓకే, అండ్ అడిషనల్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ థింగ్ ఈస్ దిస్ ఇస్ అ ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ సెన్సిటివ్ బ్రిడ్జ్. సో ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ మనం ఎలా బ్రిడ్జ్ని కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ చేసామండి? ఫస్ట్ పాత్లో వచ్చేసి రెసిస్టెన్స్ ఇన్ సిరీస్ విత్ రెస్పెక్ట్ టు కెపాసిటర్. సెకండ్ పాత్లో ఏం కనెక్ట్ చేసామండి? సింప్లీ ఏ రెసిస్టర్. ఫోర్త్ పాత్లో ఏం కనెక్ట్ చేసామండి? ఏ రెసిస్టర్. అంటే ఈ సెకండ్ పాత్, ఫోర్త్ పాత్, ఈ రెండు ఏంటంటే ప్యూర్ రెసిస్టెన్స్ ఆర్మ్స్ అండి. థర్డ్ పాత్లో ఏం కనెక్ట్ చేసామండి? రెసిస్టర్ ఇన్ సిరీస్ విత్ రెస్పెక్ట్ టు కెపాసిటర్. ఓకే, సో ఇక్కడ నుంచి మనం బ్రిడ్జ్ జనరలైజర్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ ఏం చెప్పామండి? Z2 ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు Z1 Z4 ఇంటూ Y3. వాల్యూస్ 1 by 1 మనం సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేసాము, ఒక ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ని రీరైట్ చేసుకున్నాం. ఈ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ ఫర్దర్గా మనం ఏం చేస్తామంటే ఎక్స్పాండ్ చేస్తాం. ఎక్స్పాండ్ చేసినప్పుడు ఈ R4తో మొత్తం ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ మల్టిప్లై చేసినప్పుడు ఏమైందండి? ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ దట్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు R2 దట్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు R1 R4 డివైడెడ్ బై R3 ప్లస్ j omega ఇంటూ R1 R4 ఇంటూ C3 మైనస్ j ఇంటూ R4 డివైడెడ్ బై omega C1 ఇంటూ C3 ప్లస్ R4 ఇంటూ C3 డివైడెడ్ బై R1. సో ఈ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ వచ్చింది. ఈ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ మనం ఎక్స్పాండ్ చేస్తే LHS సైడ్ వచ్చేసి R2 ఉండింది, RHS సైడ్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ వచ్చిందండి. ఈ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్లో మనం ఏం చేసామంటే రియల్ టర్మ్స్, ఇమాజినరీ టర్మ్స్, ఇమాజినరీ టర్మ్స్ ఒక సైడ్ తీసుకొచ్చామండి. రియల్ టర్మ్స్, ఇమాజినరీ టర్మ్స్ ఒక సైడ్ తీసుకొచ్చేసామండి. అప్పుడు ఏం జరిగిందండి? రియల్ టర్మ్స్, ఇమాజినరీ టర్మ్స్ ఒక సైడ్ తీసుకొచ్చేసినప్పుడు చూడండి, దట్ ఈస్ R2 ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు R1 R4 డివైడ్ బై C3 ప్లస్ R4 R3 డివైడ్ బై C1. చూడండి, ఇదొక రియల్ టర్మ్ అండి, ఇదొక రియల్ టర్మ్ అండి. రియల్ టర్మ్స్, వీఆర్ కీపింగ్ రియల్ టర్మ్స్ aside, దిస్ ఇస్ ద రియల్ టర్మ్. వాట్ ఆర్ ఇమాజినరీ టర్మ్స్? దట్ ఈస్ J into R4 divided by omega C1 R3 minus omega into C3 R1 R4. ఇమాజినరీ టర్మ్స్ సైడ్, అనదర్ సైడ్ మనం తీసుకెళ్ళిపోయాం. నెక్స్ట్ ఏం జరిగిందండి? ఇక్కడ ఈ రియల్ టర్మ్స్ని ఎక్స్పాండ్ చేసాం అనుకోండి. రియల్ టర్మ్ ఏంటండి? R2 ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు R1 R4 డివైడెడ్ బై R3 ప్లస్ R4 C3 డివైడ్ బై R1. ఈ రియల్ టర్మ్ని మనం ఎక్స్పాండ్ చేసాం అనుకోండి, ఏమవుతుందండి? R2 divided by R4 that is equal to R1 divided by R3 plus C3 divided by C1. That is the real term expansion. Imaginary terms now expand cheyachandi. Omega C3 R1 divided into R4. Imaginary term చూడండి, ఇది ఒక ఇమాజినరీ టర్మ్ అండి. ఈ ఇమాజినరీ టర్మ్ నేను దేంతో ఈక్వల్ చేశానండి? ఓకే, దీంతో ఈక్వల్ చేశాను. దిస్ ఇస్ ద సెకండ్ ఇమాజినరీ టర్మ్. ఈ రెండు ఈక్వల్ చేస్తే ఏమైందండి? ఎలైక్ టర్మ్స్ క్యాన్సిల్ అయిపోతాయండి. R4 is the like term. Okay, omega square is equal to 1 by C1 C3 into R1 R3, whereas we know the value of omega is nothing but 2 pi f. Omega is nothing but 2 pi f, that is equal to 1 by square root of C1 C3 into R1 R3. Okay, what is the value from this? What is the value of f? F that is equal to 1 by 2 pi into square root of C1 C3 into R1 R3. Okay, so this is the term we calculated, and we measured the frequency term with the help of a frequency, sorry, with the help of Wien's bridge. So this is about the numerical analysis. So if we see the various parts involved in with the help of this means, so we have seen the two conditions. One is bridge, from the bridge balance condition. One is resistance bridge, and second one is resistance balance expression, and second one is frequency expression. That means here these two expressions are the resultant of bridge balance terms. Okay, so one is the ratio with respect to R2 divided by R4. ఒక రేషియో ఎలా ఉందండి, R2 divided by R4 ఒక ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ అయితే ఇంకొక ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ ఎలా ఉంటుందండి, ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ డిటర్మైన్డ్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ ఇస్ ద అదర్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్. ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ డెరైవ్డ్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ ఇస్ ద అదర్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్. సో ఈ టూ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్స్ని యూజ్ చేసి మనం అన్నోన్ ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీని ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయొచ్చు. అన్నోన్ ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీని ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయొచ్చు. సో వెన్ దట్ మీన్స్ ఈ టూ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్స్ని మనం ఏమనొచ్చు అంటే జనరల్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్స్ ఆఫ్ వీన్స్ బ్రిడ్జ్ అని మనం డిఫైన్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. జనరల్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్స్ ఆఫ్ వీన్స్ బ్రిడ్జ్ అని మనం డిఫైన్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. దట్ మీన్స్ ఈ జనరల్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్స్ ఆఫ్ వీన్స్ బ్రిడ్జ్ నుంచి మనం ఏం డిఫైన్ చేస్తామంటే హియర్, సో లెట్ us say this is the practical bridge. This is a practical Wiens bridge. See here, ఈ కెపాసిటెన్సెస్ చూడండి, కెపాసిటెన్స్ C1 అండ్ కెపాసిటెన్స్ C3 ఆర్ ఫిక్స్డ్ కెపాసిటర్స్ అండి. కానీ రెసిస్టెన్సెస్ చూడండి, రెసిస్టెన్స్ R1 అండ్ రెసిస్టెన్స్ R3 స్టాండర్డ్ రెసిస్టెన్స్. Standard resistance in the sense variable resistances. Okay, that means here these variable resistances are connected with the help of a common term. That's what is that common term? That common term is nothing but the mechanical coupling. The mechanical coupling is connected in between R1 and R3. R1 and R3. That means here we can control the terms. That means we can control the behavior of resistances in terms of capacitor. That's what we said here. That's what we said here. So already discussed the accuracy of the bridge is limited to 0.5% to 1%. Okay, and another important term, this is a frequency sensitive bridge. This is a frequency sensitive bridge, and this is very quite difficult to balance the term. Okay, this is quite difficult to balance. సో ఎప్పుడు ఇది డిఫికల్ట్ టు బ్యాలెన్స్ అవుతుందండి, ఎప్పుడైతే ఇక్కడ ఈ సైనసాయిడల్ వోల్టేజ్ సోర్స్ అనేది నాట్ సో ప్యూర్, అంటే ప్యూర్ సైనసాయిడల్ వోల్టేజ్ అంటే ప్యూర్ ఏసీ వోల్టేజ్ కాకుండా డిస్టర్బ్డ్ ఏసీ వోల్టేజ్ వచ్చినప్పుడు మాత్రమే ఈ బ్రిడ్జ్ బ్యాలెన్స్ అవుతుంది. అదర్వైజ్ ద బ్రిడ్జ్ విల్ బి ఇన్ బ్యాలెన్స్డ్ కండిషన్. సో ఇఫ్ యూ సీ ద వేరియస్ అప్లికేషన్స్ ఆఫ్ Wiens bridge, so Wiens bridge is applied with various frequencies. If we take an audio frequency, if we take a normal frequency, it is applied from 100 hertz to 100 kilohertz అండి. సో ఆడియో ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ అప్లికేషన్స్ తీసుకుంటే వైడ్ రేంజ్ ఫ్రమ్ 20 hertz to 200 hertz, 2 kilohertz to 2 kilohertz, 20 kilohertz ranges, the specific ranges. And another important thing is this Wiens bridge is also used for measuring capacitance. In the concept of capacitance also we can, in the concept of measuring capacitance also we can use Wiens bridge. Okay, and another important thing is the main object of Wiens bridge, it is also utilized as a harmonic distortion analyzer. Most importantly, it is also used as a harmonic distortion analyzer. And if harmonic, while we are using it as a harmonic distortion analyzer, సో దీన్ని ఎప్పుడైతే మనం హార్మోనిక్ డిస్టార్షన్ అనలైజర్ కింద యూజ్ చేస్తున్నామో, ఇఫ్ వీ యూజ్ ఏ ప్రాపర్ నాచ్ ఫిల్టర్, okay, notch filter, so we can separately study the behavior of audio frequencies, and we can separately study the behavior of radio frequencies. Okay, so this is about the concept of Wiens bridge which we discussed today. So we go to the next concept, Wagner earth device. Wagner earth device. So if you have any doubts up to Wiens bridge, just let me know in the chat box. So Wagner earth device, what is the object of Wagner earth device? What is the main purpose of Wagner earth device? Means the main object of Wagner earth device is to remove capacitance from the earth capacitance from the bridge circuits. So we have seen various types of bridges. Just one second. If you see the concept of Wagners earth device, the main objective is to remove earth capacitance from the circuits. That means that is the main objective. That means we can construct a voltage divider circuit to reduce the error, to eliminate this type of stray capacitances, and we can also use a additional device, in order to improve the accuracy of the bridges. So we will discuss this Agner earth device in next class. This is a lengthy concept. We can't conclude this in this meantime. We have only 5 more minutes. Right. Right, thank you. If you have any doubts, just let me know in the chat box.